Now, what makes a good outdoor hoop shoe? Just like any hoop shoe, you're looking for traction, support, cushion, materials, looks, and much more. But if you're looking for a hoop shoe specifically for outdoor use, you need to focus on two of those things: cushion and materials. When you're playing outside, you need that extra bit of cushion because you're gonna be playing on that pavement, that concrete that ends up being really hard on your knees, ankles, and joints in general. Additionally, that rough outside ground could end up ripping through your materials in no time. So it does help out to have stronger, more durable materials, especially in the traction area. So without further ado, here are my top 5 outdoor hoop shoes. In the 5 spot, we have the New Balance Fresh Foam BB. Overall, these babies are phenomenal performers. I've used these babies inside a ton of times. I would say one of the most underrated hoop shoes on the market, but also one of the best outdoor hoop shoes on the market. Now in this video, I'm not gonna focus too much on other stuff like support and all that other stuff. I'm gonna focus mainly on what makes these shoes good for outdoor use, because that's what you're here for. So let's yap about the cushion. Just like it states in the name of these shoes, this is New Balance's Fresh Foam technology, and hoochie mama, this baby feels good. Super bouncy, adds a lot of impact protection. Overall, I'm a huge fan. You do feel a little high off the ground, but no complaints here. If you're playing outside, really you just gotta prioritize your knees not caving in on each other. So cushion, phenomenal. Now in regards to materials, specifically in the traction area, this rubber is extremely hard. And if you could tell, the grooves are really deep. I'll put in a cut of it right now. You can see the grooves in the traction are really deep, so when the rubber does wear down, inevitably, you still have a lot of usage. So between that cracked cushion, hard rubber, and deep grooves, this baby is really just meant for outdoor use. So insanely underrated hoop shoe in general, but phenomenal for outdoors. Well deserving of the 5 spot on our list. Also, only 80 bucks. In the 4 spot, we have the Wade Son of Flash. These babies retail for 135 bucks, and I'll have the link in the description for all these shoes if you guys are interested. Please buy them through the links though, because your boy might make a little dinero off of it, if you know what I'm saying. Back to the shoes. For the cushion setup on these babies, it's actually really, really cracked. They've got that cloud foam midsole with some boom in the forefoot. Absolutely lovely. Feels really, really bouncy, and in my opinion, one of my favorite Wade cushion setups. Now in regards to the tracciones, this baby is also insanely cracked. Insanely deep grooves, and it is made up of their Tough OS rubber technology, which is their outdoor technology for Wade. Cracked! And let me go on a quick rant to educate you guys on why Wades are so good for outdoor use. Wade and Asian brands as a whole traditionally make better outdoor hoop shoes because basketball is played more outside in like China. So because they're based in that market, they make basketball shoes that are more meant for that use. So they end up being harder rubber, way more durable, and I am personally a fan of it. But yeah, insanely cracked for use and probably one of the best performers on this list, if I'm being honest with you. And let me give you a quick explanation on why they're actually so low. When we're talking outdoor use, I also take into account looks, and using white hoop shoes outdoors is not exactly ideal. The only colorways available are these and that baby right there. And I'll be honest with you guys, using white hoop shoes outside is not the wisest thing to do because they start looking like shit after just a few uses. So performance-wise, these are probably 2 on the list, but taking into account looks, these babies fall down to 4. I'm just being honest with y'all. So easily deserving of the number 4 spot. Me likey, me likey, me likey. Wade, thank you for sending these over. Masagua! In the 3 spot, we have the Wade Fission 9. These babies retail for 110 bucks, and again, link in the description if you want them. I want more money. But these babies absolutely crack performance. Again, any shoe on this list can be used really well indoors too if you want it, but we're talking outdoors here. Cushion setup, absolutely phenomenal. I believe it's 3/4 boom midsole plus 1/4 Cloud Plus technology. Feels really, really bouncy, and again, for only 110 bucks, you're actually getting a really, really good cushion setup. Now, for the outsole, these actually aren't the Tough OS technology like I said with the Wade Son of Flash. These are just really, really hard rubber. I don't know why they didn't use Tough OS, but not complaining, it's still really hard. Also, the grooves are deep, not as deep as the Son of Flashes, but still pretty deep. So again, cracked for outdoors. And actually, fun fact about the Fission 9s or the Fission line in general, these are the Wade specifically meant for outdoor use. So for only 110 bucks, you're getting a shoe that is literally meant for the outdoors. Insanely durable rubber on the bottom, but also the upper, I'll talk about real quick, insanely durable too. I think you could take like a hacksaw to this thing and it would stay intact. Probably, if you just want a shoe that'll last forever outdoors, these are probably your best bet on this list. So, deserving of the number 3 spot? I think so. Mucho, mucho. In the 3 spot, we have the Wade 808 808 Ultra / 808 Ultra V2 / Wade 808 V Ultra. Oh my god. Long story short, all the Wade 808 These babies retail anywhere from $130 to $160, and again can be found, link in the description. But these babies, absolutely cracked in regards to performance. Probably one of, if not my favorite hoop shoes currently in my rotation. Absolutely love these. Any version of the 808 remind me a lot of Kobe's and Hoochie Mama. So light, grippy performance, just like Kobe's. But let's talk outdoor use. For the cushion, these babies feature a full-length boom drop-in midsole, just like Kobe's, but again, not boom. Feels absolutely absurd, probably top 2, top 3 cushion setups ever, and does take some time to break in, I will say that. Once broken in, top 3 ever. And now for the outsole, it is made up of that tough OS rubber that I mentioned earlier in the Wade Son of Flash. Insanely durable, deep grooves, just like the other ones. Phenomenal. So if you want a really light outdoor hoop shoe with absolutely phenomenal looks, probably my favorite looking hoop shoe on this list, go with these. Then you might actually get some bitches. Now, before we hit that number 1 spot, I want to throw in some of my honorable mentions that I thought about putting on this list, but unfortunately just didn't make the cut. First being Rigor AR1s. One of my favorite budget hoop shoes at only 100 bucks. Insane looks and really hard rubber. Pretty good for outdoor use, but didn't make the list. Next, the serious player only Game 1s. Crazy looks. Fit a little small if you're thinking about getting them. Love the shoe. Hard rubber. Decent cushion. Almost made the list. Next, the New Balance 2-Way V4. Got the Pride colorway because it's Pride Month. Again, almost made the list. Really insanely deep grooves. Good cushion setup. Almost made the list. Also, the LeBron Next Gens. Really durable upper. Really durable rubber. Again, they fit the criteria, but not top 5. The last honorable mention of these serious player onlys, absolutely cracked, but a little too expensive for me to put on this list. I think these are like 180 plus tax and shipping. I just feel like I can't justify spending that much on like an outdoor hoop shoe. So cracked, just didn't make the list. In the 1 spot, we have the Wade All City 12s. These babies retail anywhere from $140 to $150 and can be found, link in the description. But these babies, oh my goodness. The Wade All City 11s were one of my favorite hoop shoes ever, and these babies are pretty much the same thing, just slightly upgraded. Cushion, absolutely absurd. Full length boom midsole, kind of like the Wade 808 but it's not drop-in. And with these, it's caged in, so it's a little compressed. And I don't know why that extra bit of compression makes these things just so bouncy and top 2, maybe not 2. One of my favorite cushion setups ever. So for outdoor use, these babies are gonna keep you safe. Your knees will thank you later. On top of this, these babies got the Tough RB outsole. I don't know how that differs from the Tough OS, but let me tell you, these things feel hard. Insanely durable for outdoor use. And if you look at that, deep grooves. So with all that, plus, you know, just this being one of my favorite hoop shoes, easily the best outdoor hoop shoe you could get for this summer.